Okay, cutie. Let's go. He's looking for the cat. It's nice and cool this morning, but it is supposed to get up in the high 70s, I think, today. And sunny. Come on, over here. Over here. Come on, Bravo. You know where to go. All right. And we got up a little bit after 4 this morning. And the first trip outside, the moon was just glorious. Oh, I forgot to check. I meant to check. If it wasn't a full moon, it has to be within, the full moon has got to be within the next 24 hours. It was bright and there were just these drifts of clouds going over it. It was gorgeous. Is that a nut? Bravo, come on now. Jeez. Oh, goofy baby. I was watching an episode of Fruity Knitting, which I had not watched in a while. I didn't realize it. I've been watching, good location. Been watching a bunch of different knitting podcasts, and they were one of the very first knitting podcasts I ever watched. And they're just beautiful. They're 90 minutes. You okay? What was that? But anyway, in this one, they had we need to wipe your bottom. I don't see any big leaves. Okay, over here. Well, we know this doesn't irritate you because you poop on it all the time. Hold on. Bravo, come here. Come here. No. Now come. I know what's down there. No. Stay still. Stay still. There we go. That's better. Oh, I think I had the camera right on your bottom while I did that. But anyway, in this episode, which I had seen a couple of episodes of another show, Cabin Boy Knits, and it's a couple of men up in Ontario. That's where they're. Ontario, Canada. They have their own yarns. They use dye methods from like 17th century settlers and stuff that worked with indigenous people and traded and shared information, and really fascinating. Which one of my suppliers also offers undyed yarns, and because I've dealt with them for, gee whiz, I guess over 2 decades now, and this one lady, customer service lady, she has been there since long before I started a relationship with the Bravo, quit pulling. A relationship with the company. And she was funny the last time that she sent me a current price list, and she included the undyed price list, and she said, just in case you decide to get into dyeing. And it's like, oh my goodness. If there's anything I'm never lacking, it is areas of interest. I always have plenty of things that I want to learn about, explore. I hope everyone does. I truly, honestly believe that's our purpose. Come on. Yeah, Donnie's not here. Yeah, he's not here right now. To learn and experience and try and fail and try something else and try more, whatever. And persevere and have our hearts broken and all of it. Come on. Over here. Oh, we have some little flowers going. Oh, it's dried up down here. Totally. Huh. I don't even see a trickle. That doesn't happen all that often. But yeah, that's a rabbit hole I really don't want to go down right now. But I have the price list. Okay, come on. Come on. But one of the things I did not realize that because the... Come on now, Bravo. There you go. The mordants, which are the things... nope. That after you use whatever kind of dye, a mordant is what makes it permanent, last longer. And the mordants that the Europeans used were alum, tin, was it aluminum? But anyway, of those, I know alum is what is regularly used now. And, hold on. Okay. That natives used a number of, come on now, naturally occurring mordants. And, let's see, one is oak. And there's tons of oak here. And they used every part of the oak. They used the bark, the leaves, the acorns. And so that was very cool. Let's see. Okay, come on. Come on. Come on. I didn't mean to touch you. But anyway, it was just fascinating. So I'm nonetheless very much enjoying other people's dyed yarns and not going to worry about that for now. Maybe never. Whoa, brake lights, buddy. Your sniffing really slowed you down that time. Almost had a wreck. And so I am in the color work of the yoke sweater that I'm making for a friend. It's a Jennifer Steinglass pattern. And as I got into the color work, I was totally undecided on whether or not I was going to use 3 colors or 4. And so for my provisional cast on that I did, I used a turquoise that was the one that I had just floating out the edge of my brain about, if I use 4 colors, just a little bitty splash of this. And now that I have all 4 colors worked up, the waste yarn, which is going to be cut away. Whoa, bravo. And then the yoke itself. Oh, I am so loving it. Okay, over here. So anyway, I think I'm going to put that turquoise just a little bit at the hem and the cuffs. But what was hilarious is while I was flipping around different things on YouTube, there was this one, was she Danish? I think she was a Danish knitter with a podcast. And oh, she had so many beautiful, beautiful things. And then it just cracked me up because she had the same color combination as I do, less the turquoise, on a sweater that she wore. It's the same pattern, the same Jennifer Steinglass design. And she had knitted up and chosen the same colors that I had. So that was pretty cool. And that kind of pushed me over the turquoise edge because it was like, okay, I don't want it exactly the same, which of course it isn't anyway because I'm using different yarns. And come on. But it was funny because whenever I look at patterns on Ravelry, I go and look at other projects that are done with that pattern. And the color I saw a lot of color combinations. So it's like, oh, that's so pretty, that's so pretty. But I had already had one in mind as soon as I saw the pattern. And I did not see my combination. I was like, oh, okay. And then today, I just thought that was funny. You're picking up speed there, buddy. I have to lock you in. Oh, and then last night, we had more leaves changing, looking so gorgeous. Oh, that one's really changed. And the bird singing. Whoa, Betty. Took off. But anyway, yesterday I decided I wanted to listen to an audiobook. I was flipping through channels for a while, not pleased with anything. And I even started a couple of shows and ended up turning them off. And nope. It's not for you. And so anyway, I decided to check out another audiobook. I hadn't listened to one in a bit. And it's like, yeah, I've been listening to really pretty heavy things. And I was like, you know what? I haven't read a romance, just a, like boobs on the cover kind of romance. Okay. In quite some time. Nope. And so I got one, and I really got into the story. I ended up listening to it for like 3 hours. Well, that's the last thing I was listening to whenever I went to bed last night. So, nope. Come on, you gotta make it. Oh, so pretty. This is one of the most beautiful places in the fall. Winter's still my favorite season though. I love the stark crispness of it. So anyway, sometimes just plain old fluff is great. It's been hilarious because in looking, I don't know, the BBC logo came up as I began to watch something yesterday, and it's like, okay, all of these different channels, all of these different shows that I'm watching, and they all have one thing in common. They all seem to see BBC productions of some kind. I don't know, I just thought it was interesting. hadn't noticed the vines going across the lines. And the vines that change color, they're so pretty. Everything's so pretty this morning. Until I was listening to a romance when I went to sleep home. But, oh yeah, I watched this one video this morning. Kyle Cease, one of his videos. And it was hilarious. He was talking about how every love song is nothing but a tribute to codependence. It's like, at the very least, or stalking. And he was talking, he was singing the song, "I Only Have Eyes for You." I was like, can you imagine going on that date? And it's like, please, watch the road. Yeah, that's a good spot. That's a good spot. Good. All right. Keep on going. It's not for Bravo. Come on. It's not for Bravo. Here we go. Heel. Bravo. Stop that. Thank you. Hey, hey. I'll be using Grandma's ugly voice in a minute. My grandmother had this screech that she would use whenever she got frustrated or angry. And I swear, it could shatter crystal. I mean, it was just eardrum piercing. It's hard to believe that the same person had this lovely, relaxing, comforting voice. Boy, but not when you were in trouble. Oh yes, and then yesterday I made some chicken noodle soup. And as far as the overall taste and everything of canned soup, Bravo, no, heel. The base of plain old Campbell's chicken noodle. I mean, Lord only knows how many chemicals in there just really do it for me. But anyway, it was the taste of being comforted and cared for, you know, from childhood. And if I didn't feel good, if I was sick or whatever, I got some chicken noodle soup. Well, I know it hasn't always been the case, because I have always been a fanatic about bits of meat that I don't recognize, particularly chicken. And the last time I had chicken noodle soup out of the can, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago or something like that, there was so much unrecognizable stuff. Supposed to be chicken. Anyway, I didn't eat all that, and I haven't had it since. So anyway, so I made this chicken noodle soup yesterday. I did use canned chicken breast that I use for all kinds of things. And I love Better Than Bouillon base. I gotta say, and then these egg noodles that I left from Sam's Club. And I gotta say, my chicken noodle soup is so good. And I didn't think I made that much, but I have a lot. And I have I'll be eating chicken noodle soup for a few days, and that's fine with me because it is really tasty. What did I use? I used regular salt and pepper, and then I used a little bit of oregano and thyme. Yeah, and parsley, because I put parsley, I think, in everything. Okay, come on. Feels so good. Didn't even want any crackers. I put too many noodles in, which I normally do, but Bravo didn't mind.